Ofa ade we ho nsese me yere but because wo na watena sinti no.
Oh, so yes I want fair to me.
Oh,
nsese nka wo ye but me matena sinti
ma me ade ketewa bi.
Okay. De ade no no.
Ti no, o de obeti ase, wo be hu se me ye wi a. Obeti ase. So, ofa me ye wi obeti ase o. Technical director TP Mazembe. Technical director ASV Club Kinshasa. Technical director ASV Taho. Technical director TP Mazembe Lumumbashi. Eno bi mo ho. Coach Renascement FC Malobo Equatorial Guinea. Coach TP Akwembe Libreville Gabon. Coach JS Tenel di Niamey, Niger. Technical advisor to the Federation Haiti de Football. Federation Haiti de Football. Haiti Football Association. Advanced training course. Clairefontaine, France. Offer. Assistant in charge Honor Division, France. Assistant coach in charge of juniors, Africa Sports de Abidjan. Coach, Olympic de Niamey, First Division, Niger. Over. Coach, AS Petro Sports de Port Gentil, Gabon. Over. Coach Kumasi King Faisal. He speaks fluent English. He speaks Twi. He speaks Hausa. And he speaks his mother tongue, French. Coach Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This evening, House Accra of Folk will announce this man.
We na so be na o se me tell you to say o feel awanya
say enye wa kaminye
okay Matthias here
Matthias here enti who say we kura no ujafo no say me yearless mistake o be si akiri
o be fa ho
oh but ense say o oh kai of me the breaking news now man we exclusive to your show obi ani
yeah o be sa attitude ho bi
of me nye me sra we di em facha me wate of me sra ani we yo ho ya boma no sa wo tira so na say me bibi kakra
edio onzan ko fona chance
oh super say bibi
dinu se sorry na ka na
sorry fi hard man
my adwuma no ba chiri
of anti breaking news no
okay
this evening
good.
By cross of the day latest by Achekra na Monday but in fact my information just say the House of Folk may announce him this evening. And the news and the joy and excitement abba into the House of Folk fraternity. On say one of the things the House of Folk supporters no every anymore say penifone nyama wo mo because omo de coach first Bashir ohun omo de to nsani no mo we no a omo so mo hwe no mo so no mo de ne kokko nanim e wo second round na I am sure ho edubra House of Folk here and say more din say more do obetima yes adwuma no de masa but dia we wouldn't now ba mo for ti we kra wa anya nkofo ti no but
me na nim so na ade me komom ka me di wachi
nta kaka se me nyai
na nim so ka me wo yin na ka me di wachi na se wa yiram baby
agora no wa fa the phone wa fa the computer wa fa bibia o just say o be so break answer na ya sorry etofa she said the House of Folk say one aspect na supporters no be you know it's almost dealt with and I say it's almost taken care of just say
but yes about this time and crime son because second year was say
2 weeks time and I believe say unya 2 weeks with a club a year akoya be fa Roma ya na Danedu Rosa na so can ask me so when you 2 weeks but when you results
yes no be an
as someone know you didn't share any abu 2 weeks no you but over 4 matches when you results and to where there omunya started more ball and 2 weeks not their prepared team no not the start or the attacker second round no so was that this here now me wo ni vision me wo
this what they ba house
how they ba house of folk any the person obey ma house of folk any be person the house of folk
now why ye we nyina obi anwumena wo sore no obi kote ho wa kira how so am
say the bafo ngwa there coach Watara former confessor former protocol coach onna video na no me yi no you know
we Ghana ni ana
no ye Ghana ni coach Watara Africa sini unga Watara coach confessor sa coach unga no
mom hedi nin hesa bi ka ho de ya
Watara ko omo I know say say come we sit on ko and listen the omo feel about Watara
okay
so that's it no ko former striker Africa sini Amaturi.
Okay.
Amaturi na yes I mean na the video na no na
on the player but no say the coach ba
yeah you know na the links na the ma do tini aka bia meeting na ko tenti profile na ba for the ma
kind de coach Watara okay avo say chiri din
of a miss so no so
ya no bia ko twero go foi abro mo da ho den sorry anu mo dey say
solo ye na djuma o we na de obehunu no so atwero so woni ni nua e kon benkromu a
okay
mo twa me sumbusa mbie ma me nka bi so busa me ka se be nka bi
coach Watara coach Watara former of Kimfesa almost okay French okay coach Watara orona all the profile sa kan profile na coach both Kimfesa and Kotoko and I mention say na anu ya meet video na
we connection na wo ye who connecting no man
na this connection I also already have the use there striker na
what now say
Amaturi who say bag na
sise your number
we so for bag go be
so me chechire bag na Camino do kura na e wa video so sa meeting na omokoye is Amaturi's link so pero make me abu odu a Chelsea yesterday on Rich come na program no and a message in the bar say this is a coach you're going to meet and in Amaturi link or ye one men na and then that has for quite some more process so but for be the me no ye tie for ye ntimi nja almost ha
na making
because of edumana ba for be ye ntino na say ye so me tie for mu say edumana ba for ye no ehun edi and all this one if he say has are doing their search for their coach so and the engine no more your process now no make your announcement but for even now no just been just for just in
just our job system
yeah if the what Bafo is seeing then coach Watara
what you say
na small ke me de man ti ase
oh dia wo ye na yina wo ye na no so hu say coach Watara tu be kumi akumpra ko ne enko Obed
House of Folk announce a CEO this evening. Latest by Monday, House of Folk.
Madu don't even go on. The CEO by Anna.
Ebi announcement ni me no nyina abom. Most likely.
Bad.
I just had ya. At a crowd, board meeting ni we ntemo because it's still ongoing. Yeah, once make say be start be 10-11 but I think it started be 12 there about. Yeah, so it's still ongoing.
Okay.
Until we are they will announce an MD or a CEO. I don't know title of the better so, but that announcement will also be made.
JB Obey
JB so we know you're acting
MD. Okay.
Yeah. Also no I'm House of Folk issue MD but I don't know say in terms of minimum title on better because you see difference be and share the names are. You see difference be and share the names are. To mean which of them now the best but I know they are going to make these two announcements. And they like we say a very important thing. And some of them kind of almost second round of the season, you know, the way House of Folk attack the season because in fact information I mean say they've done the analysis and realized that points differentials no enye big, even though has the, I think 10 for 11 position, but win 2, 3, 4 matches and then you are crossing in on omo when no sebi as almost so results no kakra na dia and they still believe say the league is not yet entirely out of the window, and that if you put in some good effort ubetimi aye. But nyame bona adum dum na ochina ye ba. I have more on this, and me gidi say news atem de na ekurani awai.
Okay.
Nti e ba e betimi e di ba beka ho.
But what say bafo Abubakar anase Silas Osayesibe or say Abubakar Watara no de etwa to well Osedino Jeffrenado or say Enkabeya Miyapa Didi should not. Okay, name say Didi Diabemudia. But Didi is a Ghanaian, have not coached Kimfesa. And was about for you now and go for Brevo Huna. Okay, Ubaka Watara, Sanusi, Oreba Nedia, and on a Boachi Dria. Or see, we are talking about Didi Dramani. Sir, debut. Second coming of Samuel Bodu, Silas, or say SCB, Nedia, no, well, watching the show live, Accra. Benjamin Sa ne de no Obia Kofi o CDD Dramani ba fa kofa asoma ba o yenhwe of Jima watching the show live from Bielefeld, Germany. My advice to all the club in Ghana before they will sign a new player, they have to do the due diligence check up from his former club of a TV. Well, of a mayenchia enumere baby will be what rule call is Harry calling out? Okay, Nanakosi, the message and no. Was it Kotoko doctors didn't do their job well because Danger Man said it before Fatao came to Kotoko. Amankwa Daniel, Nedian Fatao shouldn't close the door completely on Krobia by doing anything to jeopardize his relationship with Krobia. Isaac Bedu on Facebook and also at the end. Togo is the problem of House of Folk, and he doesn't have the team at heart, only his interest, so he doesn't care whatever happens. We will continue to demonstrate against him till the right thing are done. Emmanuel Mawuli, and also Nedia, and no, and I could see the info we intro to or say Harry Ewa and Weekend. Robert.
Before we remember, no. Say na Siano we remember more of Abubakar Watara. The time no, I think that he came in around 1999, and Abuko Chikotoko around 1999 there about now, or by based on what I'm you know. And yeah, Ben Kotoko Germany, no. Say 99 na. Time na Kotoko to Germany. A bit mensa ko to no. Na ye Coach Watara was a coach of Kotoko when they were going for that tour. But I said, Team Newcon one Kobe that time no. That time no so kunya police case bi. Emma omo peke no. Say na bi makwa charges against him say I said well yes or omo call Germany ni bi. Sa trip ni bi no. So he was picked as Kotoko were preparing to fly to Germany. And the police peke no. And Team Newcon no not fly ko but at least I'm just trying to let people understand period now about coach as Kotoko 1999 there about when Ebert Mensah was internal based on the command there once I with you Morocco like he's I'm saying it's Wako, so he was a something technical BBB Morocco on in terms of one anti-kakra and ni profile you'll be a chroma de on chroma yeba
Zik of Mohammed or Safi no join this show no na why na about for say has a be appointing okay stay tuned e be ayon sorry na Sakito so na do ho kakra no say e coach afa ne say Watara Uben okay
you have a code
nyame adom and Ed Macacra.
I be to man about the Abba. As a Cassia Mane and a gun of Foneko, say a transi, sir. Yes, I'm chatting for. Of a Ghana Premier League table now. How to folk closer to relegation than catching up with team or that top, in this case, Samates. In Tufa League table now, basic mathematics. Samates were 32 points. Hard to folk about home on the empire. I'm at the 11th position. I'm at 21 points. So Samates had to folk a points gap of 11. 32 minus 21. I'm at 11. Good. So that's the gap between Haas and the Odasro.
That's
Team Audacia, in this case, your Heart of Lions, 15 points. So Haas was 21 points. What it means is that Haas of Folk chain, Heart of Lions, 6 points. Of our team.
I'm with you.
What it means is that Haas and they are closer to relegation
than
the Osro.
Catch up. But what points gap and membrane?
Tina Mama, we are basic mathematics. I heard your Darcy pa. And your cast what better relegation zone. And you your Darcy no. Because Karela was 17 points. It would free has 21 man. That means they have 4 points. So you extend the argument now. RTU was 17 points. There's a house leading RTU 4 points. And no leading Heart of Lions no that's 6 points. So in 2 matches, House of Folk and Tutun no me year obey me about that relegation zone. 2 matches into the second round. If Heart of Folk and Tutun no me year, that's when Timia record positive results are obey me about that relegation zone because we are talking about points gap. Get to Olympics or that 12 or 21. There's a house anyway, the same points, but a good difference. Accra Lions, 20 points. There's a house 1 point. Then you come and look at Bofo Akwatano and Bebianu Gold Stars. 18-18. Or what would you say? 18-18. Meaning Heart to Folk 3 points. Into Tima or that 15th position has 3 points. Tima or that 16th position, which is the relegation, has 4 points. And he has a 7. See a betrani a car and your fediagro and your good. Now let's extend the argument. Adriana Stars at a second or 30 points. What it means that Ochen had to Folk 9 points. Asante Koroko 29 points. Meaning Ochen has to Folk 8 points.
Good.
Then you come and look at Nations FC. That 4th or 27 points, or House of Folk 6 points. So House of Folk to enter the top 4 a 6 points gap. But so Barbary got 6 points. So bet me about the relegation zone 4 points. That is the mathematics. So House of Folk is closer to Asia than a straw. And to the second round now. Yemfan to chacha. Especially for a club. Last season, count 2 teams at Timiko relegation now can dear. A club 2 seasons running. What say last 5 games in the Ghana Premier League on yadieno. Unless there is a paradigm shift, these statistics in
Huma has.
Yes.
5 matches and Galbeck on Yasam for Yasam.
Until I'm saying, unless there is a paradigm shift, we be sir. You be who the House of Folk last 5 matches to say last 3 seasons no more this some boy the day until league because that season House of Folk last 5 no more share kotoko nyina wo. Ba onim say no come share kotoko wie no. Omo last 3 nyina omo ye no draw sir. After House share kotoko no. And I be obvious say House a league no. Omo ball draw me and say twice no the wie season. So you should understand why the fans are not happy. Because kotoko crafi and unkoye and a kotoko ni unkoye ni ka kotoko unkoye no. Only the House of Folk 8 points. If you won't say you bought Ogumechi pa. Emergency press conference in our kotoko yebi. But they've been able to turn things around and they are leading Heart of Folk 8 points. Don't forget, say Heart of Folk will play Asante Koroko. Baba Sports Stadium. So whichever factors are available, House of Folk enya a bad start in the Ghana Premier League. And there will be the need for positive revival. And your revival case you, yes, are the positive as a piece.
Two face then also me.
They need a better coach. Abdul Bashiru, Mimaka, Aka. He's not fit to lead House of Folk. So also a management of House of Folk. Okay, House of Folk management on. Now person will gamble with a club like House of Folk with Abdul Bashiru. Massa. Supporters need to sweat ya. Omudi some to sweat ya. Of ancient komobi. Clubs a ties pamu omu coach. Eddie assistant coach here Jumano. Assistant coach in the bar. The resource part in a different from the head coach in here. So resource part in a different. Yeah, what we see in China. Now let's look at how to Folk and Abdul Bashiru. About 7 matches. We win 2. We lose 2. About draw 3. We a relegation resource. This resource will be okay for a club to say RT you be okay. But resource we and yet befitting for a club like House of Folk. And the need for a substantive coaching and your argument. Ni parmoma ne chance. One to me last me you see abai the bote the boba. Last year bra ko pam
pay ba phone comedy anwumre ya yen fa na akosi adwada.
Embayo. There be embayo.
Be wa wura maduru
there be embayo.
Me na me say head na so be si ansa.
The last time ye ne nya hotama klodi nkomo no ka kire say House will appoint a substantive coach, which we've been waiting for.
And the brand year dream.
You ate. You better house. Me say last season Kotko Pamu Zebu. Oh my Ghazali chance. Obubo draw ne to aso a metena baby am te Gaza masa. Next season you can some man to aso. Me ntimi fa adwuma mbe ma no abo draw ma akoma akofo home. Ntimi hye. Wakona brekum Chelsea sha 3-0. Yam fasi e Pegazali asemunti no to aso ye adwuma no. Adwuma ni ama o chance wentimi anya se ye wo free ho na ye de obetimi be ye. So if Kotoko e Pamu Zebo ma Ghazali chance no all to papa so no. Me try baby ka say the results he is getting. No Olympics ye no. Na brekum Chelsea she no. No ni Kim face e board draw. No ni Karela e board draw. On the Tamale City's board draw, baby, any Go Stars board draw, on the Dreams FC board draw. Me try baby can say, a Jumana or yen enya. And then I'm about Tanahana Bashiru so did, and I'm Sakwan so I'm you on to us. House of Folk need a better coach. And this is it. The appointment of this coach will be a case study of the competence of management of House of Folk, no? Hey, Omato Papa, so Papa, when it comes to appointing coaches. From Costa Papich. They had it right with Samuel Bodu. Etefaso, Emomode, Matic by. Then they move from Matic to David Okluamfa. And move to Martin Koopman, Massa. You cannot appoint another coach and get it wrong again.
Na Matic by not saying.
That's a I am at no muja no kwai mo kulu to aso no.
Say no move is nye e yinko a. Sometimes nye Matic nye e no kwai resource.
Aba say has mpani for. Enom supporters kan mo ho. Enom ko pam coach no. Eno club ball has. O say Kotoko wie om say ayi. Me tell baby kaze listen. The usual tradition, the deceiving tactics. So obi ase Kotoko nti awie. There be o say Kotoko awunwie yo. And baby am tibio obi anim. I might be okay with the club being assistant for Kotoko, but he was not okay as the head coach of House of Folk because the Abemia Casa we okay near resource now heading whatever. Clementino and the house but time what they call your coach. Ebeka say Clementino or coach, but Obe Bona win our resource. Come be anu tumo. Obi oka say oh me sure so betimi ayeno and ma take bad decision. So we nya betena bench ho na wo sha eno anu no. When Barcelona decided to appoint Pep Guardiola from their youth team or their team B, At that time, there were a lot of coaches available. Pep Guardiola started so and Obian Caso free, La Masia Neba and I Timbi Neba you. When Madrid decided, say, Ama Pamora for Benitez, Zidane and Tuasono. Zidane the Omukwaje Champions League, no Bia Kananu to Emma Zidane sa Tuaso the Champions League Mienu Kan. So what in common I say. Until we assistant near the mouth. Now we any year up Sankabashuru G Ajumei. And a bear 7 matches, wash him bear Cesar. And Kawe so be bet me and Yakudra Casemi and Fejumanamano. Now say class out is so be so Elijah can be a conta. And Casan says something and came back. May Makada say and found the position of the person, the relationship hour. If he's getting the job done and family home or yeah Jumano. So how to folk management should know that the appointment of this coach should be spot on. And ya matrama results. Na say ha. Near catch GFA for say. Omo appoint to coach and fa. Omo appoint to coach and fa. Into this time around the munye ni year. Now has so appointing and fa then you say catch romo. Esa ba na ebo techino. Say bonina bi na ban ye de say atam de boba.
Waka lot of Bashiru yan hwe why na ba de oba no then we expecting.
No, the one that is coming in should have an identity for Hartlepool. Hartlepool for a very long time. Osho you don't know the identity of the year Juma. Boy Dubai, you know.
Club na kasa nyane de na pese de oba no so nyane de na mu de na we
sometimes club no meet me identity crisis, but the coach meet me aba. No, the net no about the identity of the team.
Okay.
So you can see that this is what the coach represent. And with time, once identity in the bar, and the multi-million project, you can give the project time to yield results. Recently, coach Bakwame Timyaka Koma has identity was some Obuadu. And then there was videos has been me about you know about close to 20 passes, 21 passes, leading to a chance creation. Now the other coaches, let's be frank. Martin Koopman or Bobo Bain. My identity of House of Folk now. So the coach should have an identity. But the most important thing is instant results. Social league table dynamics here of Amedema or Abraham starting in common. There's no time for young Koniboko. Because second round, even Heart of Lions who cry at the point on 9 points. Then you break with Bashir Hayford. I'm a Bashir Hayford take you over. Why hit the ground running? But Biano Go Stars are quite confirmed from Paul Manso. Waiting some element of changes. Karela United ni RT United as you. Let me be frank with you, Tamale Fono. Omontia says 2 teams mienunko. Omonim ko for be chia mo.
Okay.
So second round e ni breso. So the coach outside the identity be expect so the bebano. He should be somebody that can give House of Folk instant results and get them closer from a club that is in the relegation battle to a club that is a contender for the league, which is the right position of House of Folk. Has position and kasa. See a ball more pre-league now. And that is what the new coach so to me deba.
Zach, rem kakra na ye be kopa too. So yeah, your course be.
I think media honestly I don't like the approach as are taking in solving their coaching problem. One, it's either say Omo GD or Bashirum say go and do the job. So we trust you, go and do the job, or at least we don't trust you until we are making changes. As simple as ABCD. So your trustees Bashiru say on the which I know inside them they don't trust him. Because supporters most of them feel say Obefa team he hasn't changes in Kubiamba has team no more. Because if you play that kind of matches, league game 7 now we win just 2. It means 5 went when winning. It's either you drew or Ulusuye. A problem. And those games in about 3 or so or 4 were in Accra. About 4 of them were in Accra. Until both our games we winning just 2. It's just there's a problem. And to be over a team maybe I Koopman Jar team over fire when you be improve team no. It's either they are the same place or they are declining, but there hasn't been any improvement. It's coaching wise, there's a problem. And any serious management, say a board, so whatever it is, no. Time na first round we no. I was saying because about 1 month period. Every 1 month because 1 month for AFCON. Be so 2 weeks so.
The last league game was played on 31st December. And I'm saying has a free more FA Cup in Tomambubi.
Okay.
The Haas last game was on 31st December against Bechem United. So we are talking about a club over a month. Now, so when I run it down to time, I'm Pamo Martin Koopman. Let me get you the exact date on Pamo Martin Koopman. Martin Koopman was fired on 14th November. 14th November. So hard to folk more than 2 months when it comes to appointing a coach, because 14th November to 14th December 1 month. 14th December to 14th January offer 2 months. Inti say krani esa bewura say ekwa akopem Tuesday the next house of Kenya close to 3 months to appoint a coach. To the 3 months. No one to be on for coach or beti ma be adwuma na. Definitely we question your competence.
No, hona na me person ka me de ba for call because me hwe time at least obi a woni woni so ade hu na me bia person okode. So if indeed onye Bashir ni na man akode at least now sen kasa de kind from January mpo e sha ase na nka coach no etima be 30 minutes na wura mo preseason.
Obi o my transfer mpo.
John, this is
say o matter you. Inte say no. En for na transfer.
Om talk sisa.
What don beto o nto ba say coach no ba ya. Nko be who the deficiencies in the team.
Technical you order.
And you the resource. Of a me for say has players e be ba has na can be ne beto. So mo ba no mo timi ba say be your top 10 there's no coach or perfect transfer record. Not you like two players a be flopping. But what you do is that the margin of successful transfers and the flops no as a successful ones there then e was so change dey be flopping into top 10 ma be 7 there then enye yie na be miensa bi na then entom from ho but the top 10
that's right
not 3 and e be na 7 at 12 ho.
You see, this is a club over history of say why the same problem seasons after seasons tino entime you do any results and then NSM and the biano you try say time I'm over top players bia no money coach so mo top players ni wi am for coach aba mo buy em fa yes obeka say oh say bodu buy fa yes one out of how many you understand mo bia time bia mo coach over bia no sorry coach over bia no like
recruitment away.
Yes, my to players na we na na ba
shemo emfa
oba emfa entirely na munya for the first time munya the right thing na mo hwe say mfonso na free mu ana say mfree mu because you continuously like doing the same thing yielding the same results and your good results but you are not changing from that same the same thing that you are doing. It's just Mashada, you've deliberately decided not to change and do the same thing until the same way. Yeka coach you ask me you know. I'm picking information say chess coach and say welcome chess
Christopher
Eni has any in common has a contact no and they want him to come and be assistant coach of House of Folk. House of Folk have contacted Christopher Enin from Brooklyn.
On free head post no one say
yeah
Oba has obey assistant.
Omo nyan say Lances a coach say any see Lances a coach. And he has a contact and say omo person obey assistant coach to the yet to be named head coach now.
Whoever Urban
or Urbano. And he as whether any would accept or not the meant to confirm CCR. Okay. But I make my confirm here is that has a contact no. And the dinkomo say onja Brooklyn Chelsea number 4 has a Jumano as assistant coach of the club. And you know if over 1 month period all the day na pam Koopman kan na almost 3 months. So what I say. So when this grace period, na still want me appoint to coach, I'm a coach, you know, amma be that mini preseason na wonom no at least coach no e ba ya sa mini preseason na wonom no 1 month period no nkobet with team na sa mini preseason no get used to the team, prepare the team and play the second round. Now based on the information I'm picking right now na o ma contact ending no e kire say bash ni come plans o uti asem ne pa de atino if they get ending it in bash will go. So how for asam no pa say any team so ba be assistant coach na
bash ntana
second assistant
fine but
when our assistant
Sarah Safi don't put in the coach
okay
don't put in the coach or more
but we no so alcohol
no because
it be on between the
under 15
no but one on the board division 2 no Errors they be about in the bench with the team sheet BBA say a team na about division 2 no but the and the Errors in the but in the head coach
okay
but he's been coaching them using them to play the league. You see how call on Facebook here but he's on the behind the bench a coach or model will be BBA so eti me feel say that grace period no 1 month in a bed there on a house and make good use of it no now do be aba say fine you are good to go sam far or whatever he has a reason to give excuse of mama I didn't get time to prepare the team. This is not my team. A team mo nya mo tell speaking here and na say na number division 1 am there. Say them and number division 1 am there. So I think say the board of House of Folk are know self good because say na omunim say Bashiru will not continue time no munya sa period no na second me ya make the effort to get the head coach no best a mini preseason with the team no prepare team no the boy but I think say based on commodity idea say from the one you know say mumma bash and you man it's what why then on a prepare team no or both friendly matches prepare the team just a 2 weeks time you omo league until or it is a coach na for obey you know now if the AK and eba he hasn't coached in Ghana for some time now and I'm a boy so the AK na our head coach here on coaching Ghana for some time now eti even on you familiar with the player that has folk have now it's after na oba any team na be here preseason within the season etu be hu ano the early games na a problem no one early games na a problem it mean feel say the board of House of Folk decision some better na sia twa masata we ansana you go for head coach you go for assistant coach a bad decision unless say be a we say I say omo here to satisfy baby because one of the areas like suppose na a bofu board no
coach
TM4 be one area omo bofu approach the man go akwa one of the areas omo bofu board no pa the things say coach eligible to be there I won't panel omo akwa sense omo feel say a board member be akonta enti no ho eti ene enti na oh say me say o maka say ene me tin confirm here say ene kru say nya kru ba sa na mo ka these are things that they've said so this is a level that o mako to a sense of say coach is there because or you be a content here it I think say mu ebia na mo try to do this appointment to satisfy those supporters no say nya bia don pe ya mamo but enye within them
no more per resource pa dia na time no wrong
time is very wrong okay. very wrong. I think say esen come here in term just to get the things better than what the win this year you know
but for him part 2 na mensanko bed ho na minim asante kotoko former CEO Herbert
man can win be
kaka cry so na kofa ba eneja
oh 70
and am say the also guarantee
and they say
how they want to kaka na nko part 2
of I won't say football by its nature and the characteristics no e ka language bi na sane o sitie no ya na odan ne ho di e wo akwandasa bebree so enti say football club ehia coach for instance you pick the officer one obetini na ye adwuma very very important. Two, and isuade hu a team no mo wo no ono so buy into it. Three, ono so when isuade hu bia ono ase nipa na ankasa no opese wa achieve. These are very very important in picking a coach. The tosubiem environment no so coach no baby free bar and environment oba be mo adwuma and also send him back on betimi adjust and even the time and all the other things that comes with it. And you see a very 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 important. For instance, so for the House of Folk case now, omo I bonesa edu baby a you are tempted to think say yema acting coach no nkone en hade. Acting coach no, for instance, me information me wo would have been there, but along the line no maybe a SCC komo bi a edidie ne some other things be SCC, then I change the decision on him. But what I say, because now obvious say ke be jana ma na wo ho na ya we adwuma na ya hwe. Even with regards to say bia ka second round on the crown at a point no still ano nanka omfo say he gives them the assurance that afi ohun team nani so anyhow he will have to go about it into giving the opportunity. But moving forward, you know, no maybe a SCC nkomodia bi ni other things bi no ebema so we has penina
ebema nkomodia ni empanimfo na akodia na coach no nkomodia mu na ankoye
nkomodia akoso around the team for now ebia after ene metimi aka bi something that enye but for now for a good reason I want to kakra so but nkomobi ni ade no then you think no say ade yi. Quickly you have to look around and see how best I'll be to menya. One of the things that uhia ensa emu oduru. Say uhia analysis now say obedi no with regards to the points build up now. Say ufano the other side of the corner you want to agree with say obedi. Say House of Folk is more closer to relegation than even breaking into the top 4 in terms of point differentials no. Because back here 6, back here 3, or say 4. So obviously, back no a bit more closer. Now, say, upe say u closes a gap now. U here coacher, ujidi say, obe hit the grounds running. Very, 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 very important. Very, very important. Minim the points. If there's a key to bit more, but minim the points difference as at the time God took over House of Folk. Ama ultimately sprinty ediba ebeji league no at the time we take over points and has any the afi odibe kan ho a oditimi league no, but even at that time na results no na enye pleasant eno na lead to say na say he has had to do away with the coach min kai baby no mo dance so, but as of folk mpanifo no mo din koma they still believe say irrespective of the position of the club now. Second round no so woka points na wo mu nyina bomu a so wo yire wo ho a you can make a good statement, then you build upon it moving into next season, the following season no. So what shall offer bodu eba no my recruitment sa squad na bodu di beto ye no second round no okay enti or the Salifu beka ho and then they won the league. So the only addition was Salifu. Meboa.
Massive admission.
Massive addition, no two ways about that. Then the following Bodunya on one full season laid off some and on one brought in some. And then it was a disaster.
He won the FA Cup.
So
league na nko but FA Cup.
Then na say oji double na say we dey fine so but I must compare to the obeti not so we dey to ho when any on one top players now the beji double now we beto players are so when me anye double kra no at least what FA Cup no Africa was a disaster and so obviously me I was taking it from that perspective because Africa was pure a complete disaster. Then again season in best koye then he had opportunity of doing another recruitment this time around ubeka say we crowd there was saying more time and I know they na ehun kra I know they say if there's any word beyond disaster
any disaster over 3 matches
please now but na hear the sequence from timer we season now or the year recruitment and the results are the season obviously it was a disaster. It was in fact it was more than a disaster.
So we bought Haas. We bought Kotoko.
Please,
Olympus.
Jai. Who person put to justification? Look, the point
3
is
matches
that always season no about Kotoko has no Diana no nyasa poor results. Always what about that?
But the FA Cup ni we
oh please.
But I find Obia can some matches no be share
I mean
but Obi we no there.
What about the other results?
At the point in time no cry.
It was a disaster. You cannot defend it. Under no circumstances whatsoever you can.
Yeah, no they not defend it.
Nanya
ne kaipa
and then they ono na the recruitment nanya obi ne toma no as in previously I can say obi ne toy no beto ye. I'm trying to tell you that in football coaching no utie ya oba ubetuma fa materials bi e dey adwuma nya resource utie ya obetuma to utie anya ya wa okra beto akra wa asela no wunya that my point me kra no point am pese me ye no but that's where I'm going that until me start here no say me lay say e don't want me answer environment when you saw the omo no be adwuma no mu nyina mo preparedness mo be adwuma players no kwa ba to omo readiness omo no be adwuma it comes with a whole lot this say Roma coach mo friends Daniel De Rossi so by on to obia and out obi but he's working but omo akure yi say BBC wo kwan mu a wo hwe results a bitima sa etono no wo hwe na say mo no buy was oye bibi and want something that Roma for a very long time maybe come on je but it is part of football. It happens depending upon senia over build upon it. So I'm trying to say that time enu hia but the coach wey yet it say has a bit more point to me of us oba no you ready so be adwuma no penifo no mo ko fona ba no you ready so mo ni be adwuma players now abeto mo you ready so mo ni be adwuma other stakeholders in particular the supporters no you imagine so mo ni be adwuma they can turn things around. It is not about some league. It is not about some rato form. Ni nyina ba a bonus, but omo must sign of an improved team. Omo must sign of house of foka. Utimi say afedi bi omo omo hihye bibi Zakito was talking about. Say obobo obi na ya chese we dey. You say this is the identity. An identity no nipa mienu na formulate either the club or the coach. For instance, minu mienu ye Liverpool support you. Your identity can pay Liverpool no. You the striker gina ni mu ho. Na the another striker bi gina na chi. Ni abobo no ten de akwa no. No head the man no omo e de America no mo kwa kwa meboa. Crop by wa message identity no. It is more or less like Klopp's identity in Liverpool operate. It is when your coach bi ba na ono nim nia oye. Onim adwuma no onim guma ni so. Na say ni nsem odu. Na oye na adwen say obey adwuma no. Na omo maka no boa no say oye ni be adwuma na. They may get results. The point I'm trying to make no. Enti me ntina ha no mo. Paint a picture of gloom and darkness. I would rather want to give them the chance. I rather want to see how it goes. I rather want to encourage everybody say indeed in Penifona at the coach for bar. All hands must be on deck. So we a phobian, a true and true phobian. Now see team no whom you want pampa dia. Do baby because you see 2 weeks and then the league is commencing. Football club here from Jonomode Abobra. You can't be a supporter of the club and your actions and will be destructive. Your time be a honor more. Until there's a timing is of an essence, no. Time be a honor more. I did how ya. I be a dena we are not dear, but time no, if you're not yet.
After you say, me cry the SCC in the Median what to channel, but based on the SCC no way I didn't know so in the year, but for you say 2 weeks I will cover coach the about mention leaguers. Is it the right time?
That offer you may not say right or assuming you start here. Omuja Bashiria Ohi, and they started in Nkuya. People will still call for the head of the coach. Ebane Sara, you have to appoint a coach. And
coach on Mompeno.
Very well.
If now by the Awuankas and Munim that some obey. Today is Suquaya about from there. December, Uber, my who's from a last match and Sana. Yes, I ba February never to us.
Of our own, I catch earlier on say, Senka coach in the second round in the Nanka Yada Newo. Na enye eni adwena na se trimponi ni ho say ye be se coach no sa but along the line no events bi no mo ne other things bi a esisi no e prompt mpanifo no say Charlie we have to act
eno e brebe no
of sa brand dey
mean say January
me brebe say me dey brand beto but the point I make can say at a point no mo fo say ye man no chance kakra ne hwa de but along the line no we your analysis no we obi awia I don't know can you have seen in pese here no but yan hwe ya any I don't know be ya act fast no me be wom some ebia medical catch ebia time in other things into with time you betimi this money nyina ababo ntema amanfo so ehunu bi but the point I'm making is say it is good so mu feel so munyi Bashir ni nia based upon results now nyaye in the 7 matches no any analysis na minuanu mu aye wa hai any wo kan nyina bom na so mu nyini na it is good that though aka 2 weeks still an better decision no at make changes no essence say be go into the second round na afei e be ye din ansa na okofa another one din na ba be I think that though emre no enye conducive if a year but a year so we take that decision. What is most important now? And they say, Obi biara or has to folk ni, Breya or Monyain, as a so many now put two heads together for the sake of the club and not some certain individuals or personal sentiment and affiliation. Because say appointed coach in there, now say we are supporter, we are management member, we are player, we are whoever. Now say we normal we no, detractive. One more. Say I'm hearing say they may also appoint an MD. Say appoint an MD or CEO. Now normal way and detractive for omwa. You may have your differences, you may have your challenges, but yes, there should be an end to every litigation. And I'm a they do baby, do how we baby, baby, and this baby. Near more nippon chance, near how obey how obey reform, obey normal. Say if you become continuous with data, a chance also with impobia beyond their work at no. So me dear, before say if as a folk are going to appoint a coach, for me it is good.
Okay.
Because we have called for it. And I coach Timomuni head coach, and a Timomuni head coach, and Omoko appoint head coach is boy. So what do we want them to do? Obviously, I say we always want to cry foul. Maybe that is the way I see it. Other than that, time in here there, but once they have done it, even ahead of time, I think it is good. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, baba, part 2. Na yabetwa so.
These are people that we've given them the benefit of the doubt. They are more musa. You see, these are not people that we don't know. These are the people that we know very well. I can't count the number of times we've given these people the benefit of the doubt that they've messed it up. And you say, on my side, for the first time, they should have done the right thing. At least, on my way, I'm fighting for the first time. No, Omunya has some period Bianca break bell. No, they shall use it to do the right thing. It's how 1 month. No, the coach will come use them to do mini preseason. No, prepare homo. But they are doing the same mistake. Because only one and a fire that is Bodu. Saturday no Omuye no. On my for how many years in me? These are the same thing that they do. Bodu na me and fire. One out of many. Etino. My for the first time onanka. Munkas ode mati. They be amubo eche yenye the right thing. But for the first time, we are also going to do the right thing and see whether things will change. But they went back to repeat the same mistakes they've been committing over the years and years and years, giving them the same results. Tino.
You go part 2. But I say, Harry said it all. Stephen Kweku. Nedia or de Abba and no. The coach has played 2 friendly matches and it is not going on well. Ansu Kabena de no better late than never. Stephen Kweku Fabu Kwame Frimpong, the message, no, good. Young Koyenime was say watching the show live from Jirapa, Dubai. Kwame Frimpong, maybe I will share free, no. Well, I think Harry is making solid point. Stephen Kweku, Stephen A. Ojehafa. Yeah, he has talent. Okay, like Ogumbot. Good. Salif and Caleb. Young Papa too. Nah, you have two messages, no. So
yeah. Well, life is about results too. Let's wait and see. And remember an extensive analysis on Ghana Premier League. And the number of times I coach about second round, and Yapamu coach Amobia take over the AG League. Then you realize that it's always good to start with your coach. Manage pre-season, manage players, baby any time on the hot. Now one trending issue by Abdul Fattah Shafi.
Oh, Uncle Die.
Hey, you know, I say Uncle Moafe na start you.
Oh. I got that deal.
Saha.
What's that going
Who there be?
Oh, latest be a baby man.
There be seven. Fatah was saying nene by. Officially, we had the news that time I got a contract, or the two just said he would test the loss. You see a kind. Any proceed be catch us here, and TSA or the Akuja PFH. And then chips are confirmed so the Akuja PFH. Inti asem na ne kra na afi na de ye nim afi na official ye na ni enim e na ne e kan ne dada
but chips are iron official
but afi na official.
Okay,
now I would want to say this on say abana botechi ne no na say the boba good the Asante Kotoko management over the level of trust and confidence echitafo no benya omumu no ana echitafo no wo omumu sesi ano se Fattah wasem omudi nkunima ebe kosoro pa
nkunim asin
se ebewie na Kotoko ye proving right se Fattah deserve no form of compensation
okay,
or damages, and indeed Kotoko love in the right way legally terminated the contract no cleanly or in a clean format. Se no kwa wie ya Kotoko chitafo ni gidi or management we no ebe kosoro, because I said then when you hear say a management not take a decision there will be no need to pass any form of judgment, but enam di omaye pentia asemu ana eyen kofo adwumu kesenen omo ngira mra kwa so e de mra no eye adwuma ma bebie kopie biaye management we di nkunima omo take any decision the fans will stay behind them. And over yaete hano, we will always be using them as an example of what we call proper and excellent administration skills. Say issue way because on say it looks a bit grey kakra. As a baby a hono tro kakra. Say club best sign player was what terminated player no contract. Most of the time, such cases in the bed Dubai. I'm struggling to know do clubs need kunimo. And how can be? Say club be terminate to be contract. Not player not take club no on. Most of the time, the humba some year the player and because all the men taking it on. But do not players they taking it on no. I'm come kudim. Now say I say me can say crash still ache. Daniel Dakwa, Abbas Mohammed, Evans Osei, Evans Owusu left back no. Kelvin Ando. Okaya sound kofo no so no me be 4 ebe bo mo je sika kese bi firi Kotoko. Emma management at that time they were not spared concerning the issue. Say massa na mo decision be na eden mo take ye na preko pemabo club ne kasa. I don't say why clubs in Ghana they are not in a financially excellent position. Bebreda akwaye nipa bi na teaching ni na woku onum no on the east kadeboa. Ntusha how to folk. We cannot sit back and say about 70% of how to folk or finances sources ye to gwe. Oba Kotoko ye nyina say efficacy. Oko aduana oba wona na doma hinedin. But o tie nkomo no. So proceed ko medium Edia Beboy Moses Parker. Because the kind of sponsorship our clubs no as individuals no offer enya de osoro. And a league near bonus no. And also more sponsorship be a osoro o de betete ho. And a stadium kono so no ababa ya asem foforo. And the clubs ni medru level omutumi izu museum ni ade raise revenue ana omu just stone ni ade or the raise revenue because class be bro Ghana no be kom no na just omu ye no ebi that's all kotoy wan kota o de mama just na beton replica fa sa na be brede na den etie. So in these movements no over so we cause any form of financial loss to the club pay bon setita for ni buofu. Now the fatal case, the first thing we should all remember is ye nyina ete hey nye hu contract no me hu contract no and na me di nkomo bi anopa mete ho kakra o oyepa. A lawyer friend of mine catch me say contract 10 pages lawyer bi enu obeje 9 no 2 for that obaka just for 10 nyina abra because one sentence a bit may decide whether case no ube dipem and also be differ. So in the case of Abdul Fattah and Asante Koroko, until we have the full contract to understand the language of the contract, it becomes difficult to pass a judgment. Sanam community. Nemum, the current bone of contention based on the answer Abdul Fattah Safiu de Bo Kotokoni say. Or person trese or passing the medicals. And no prior was Asante training grounds. Sana Brandt and person. So now, as I say, approve or no fatal only prove say at the time also training grounds or no. Now I passing the medicals dada. Into whichever medical examination be a kokoye no. Nay TSC or training grounds or no koye. No I pass it dada. Now Kotoko would also have to prove say there be where kakra na yenim no yenim contract nya ba kakra yenim no we have to prove say there be a medical examination and branch any faili na nya training no okoye ye no and e ko faili and as e ko twe say pra na ye den e bai
menya ga ye nuru ha
into a dicey issue. I would still want to believe in the court management. My reason here
for now
there is a difference between a case and a verdict. Verdict ba yebua sam and yebua wi aye ka ye de ahode na eka se wa bo club ne ka and aso wa ya ade but case there unim de obedi nkunim. So I would want to believe them because nipa na okotoko management no I want to believe say they had a just cause. Say no man si bibi so enya bibi say omo de omo agi ne keke o eye bibi a omo nkrata any evidence to back them because definitely player be no about terminating the contract so simple no ejao especially a player akobobo amanone he will take you on and therefore they expected say the player will take them on. Oh I say okobu obi no and I only obi anya asem no and sada betu ana mu bia nim say nipa no on fa ho eden enchao. So I would want to believe them that they had a just cause and they had clauses in the contract to protect them when any form of legal battle is raised against them. But if I can't occur, so Fattah Asemi also demanded 400,000 Ghana cedis as damages, 240,000 as the salary. Me not sure see a bit me at Nabe Bia Bokot command me nabaso. Se case you why na verdict ba.
No Clementino
No. You cannot sing any form of praise.
Okay.
You cannot defend them with this.
Oh, wait, would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if you are talking about happenings?
That be where
you call for the
there.
head of people. I think you should say that you no matter of. I mean, I want you to phrase the word very well.
No. I
say
there be a same way dear. See be
yeah.
Near 4 billion. And I make just obedient me defend your man, obedient me bomb my same way. For now it's a case, it's not a verdict. So what be cast a case in by to say, oh I yes you yeah the krono ato ba so na wa start na obono we ya panyin papa benya abotre twema case ni nyina ye go to ye wie na oba no hu so a unim de obeka ye wie na oba no kure ni nyame anim okobo krono na eno so pa me no so unim de eden obeye no esi am no tuwe asante korokoti tani bi a no ohwe asem ni din a no eden no watwe no ho asi kakra twen sene mpanimfo no ebre bi beba me hu se decision no mu take ye no mu wonyina so papa ba me nya so se korokoti tani bi a ebetimi aba be gina namu ebra in this current football economy I am more odin to defend the management that will cause financial loss over if even if it's 100,000 1 billion umpa and you do bit no more chomo so they should handle the case well send ye be we no mdim kunimdie na eden eba okay nya sa offer eno die ni paremfa send your pay wa asemfa sika we 4 billion now we say tiane salary 240,000 ebra we say we play an test exams now and now koye ne surgery ebe cost around 70,000 so you are protecting Kotoko 70,000 for the player surgery ni ebe wie na ka na ebe be tie ne bro sa dia o fa no die but ebe wie no na ho so a ene ebe gina wa bo aba so say nkeka bia nka ebe aba mene Kotoko no proper football administration skills are wanting no ade na eden afa che no na me se e ba sa gidi amanfo benya omu na eden ebe kosoro Zach
unse Charlie Tino no kwanya me a lot of things are going on ewo Kotoko yantina se matim no nka metimi yusu obi omungu team na nka metimi yusu ba se metimi yusu Kotoko ontimi nguti Kotoko so people are trying some bugu no Kotoko say club la betimi guno bia Kotoko the club ya ne dia no
yin say bia ne pa na adwen ne bia ne oye no na
say ne no na man try so bugu no so won ne na be bibi because bia Kotoko nam no you see me wo Onum say de ma o say at a point in time Abante fano Apple
Enes Apple
and
Andrews
center back no
Andrews
you see a lot of issues e koso Kotoko ya hwani ya unsende sa Apple papa or the PFG for now on margin is kama no
Apple ya okobo foko okay so be
you see de see on initially the issue was that Kotoko wanted to swap Apple and Abodu and Abodu and Apple said they want to say oh no so because no Kenya me ni Apple at that time was valued in terms of market value more than Abodu. It can be the decision of the club but yeah I money him and then me too Salah and me play member so even say Hoyland yeah they boy dey heavy don't you know the value of players Abodo anu atrefe be 1 year on bobo no you tell me say on Apple a league winner was Kotoko there's no way a division 1 player na all banone
eno ka enya amaso yenko case na o dey
on value bet me happy
enya amaso
and the boy refused because no visa there be this is disrespectful. I can swap direct swap baby and can and I want to say the Kotoko decided to terminate the contracts of Apple. Now I have the letter no I say the letter is very samwebi okay letter na Charlie I have the letter here.
It's fresh
no, you see, me can we me do ba to give you recent happenings of contract terminations. Oh, Kotoko. Young farmer kwan so. And eh,
who sa?
Sanity. Na say na as my again. Who say me cast am na ko food match ni ba we say na be bam Savutela. Mboboko tokoka staff tailor on Bejin Scamano. Say it, I say. On Bejin Scamano. The Biameka, a man there. You go for your runner, can you? It may see on my bomb car on Befia. It may more recent terminations of contract across your club no more. Players no. He Sanyame wadom. Na players on from Kobe bia dia. Wasumuju. But if the player decides say I'm going to take my money, they will take their money because there is nowhere in the FIFA transfer of then now. I told him say so when you play as an contract Tino. No the shame say me terminate contract na. Udi ashem pono. Say do baby. Na me no ebe papa mu. Na say me ma 2 months and 3 months. No sign it. No so signing po. Uni say enye so do kwa enye djuma. Udi ashe contract mo. A binding contract that you've signed. So udi shame say me pam am 3 months. If you go to status, it doesn't work because FIFA and names are the or mumbrem. FIFA then say some penalty for let's come on uncle. It is a open place and so one fan could be there. You are lucky. But the call Bejinisika. We shall find pa Tino faso actually letter no and the quiet faso Eddie a yinima and I'm up both on Bufuya or Mudu walk of Winnie a ton boy no a Kotokono Abudu.
Samara sama.
And I'm born in no tone. Now, Basenka, maybe myself can be released with 2 screens. Now, Biana can be an Tino.
Triansa.
Yeah, Menjanza. Apodiana.
Yeah, Triansa. Menko. Triansa.
Right. Okay, it's for everything.
Triansa.
And the mankind. You see, this is confirmed that the employment contract between Asante Kotoko and the player Andrews Kojo Apple was terminated by mutual agreement on August 16, 2023 without further recourse by either party. The parties, however, agreed that the player Andrews Kojo Apple shall not be contracted by Bufakwa Tano Club in the 2023-2024 Ghana Premier League season. Player na afi o se on peno no. Afi o se so ase no ase dem no se Bofakwa de be mu no se the cannot be contracted with what?
Other customer I will read that.
Who release am obi? What be that? Zero, what be that? Release that o ye no. Who trash him said the player cannot be contracted.
No, but in this case, no. It's an agreement. Or said the parties, however, agreed that the player, Andrews Kwejapo, shall not be contracted by Bofakwa in the 2023-2024 season. So the parties, and they can't the parties are, it means that Kotoko and the player. Edgy to say you better contract name your child contract mua when I won't call Bofakwa. So if the player agrees to this, where in the letter signed by the player not signed.
Sign the part.
Yes, exactly too.
Pacho.
Me no Mr. Clement. Me jawa mo akọ adwuma gbe.
Player na sign we dey Pacho you dey to screen so.
Obi who signed by
Facebook for Pacho. Facebook. Oda me na wan mo Pacho.
Fama bona game am.
Facebook me na wan mo sisi a your platform so nti Pacho. Wo hwe sign na the player didn't sign. The player didn't sign. And it wasn't. No, can you?
The player didn't come to me on the sign, sir.
And say, you know, on found the Friday. But I'm in fast man.
So this is a draft, and I say a day.
So what was signing?
Okay,
but it's a draft. It wasn't much watching. And ye,
Zooming Crabon.
it's Muzumuna, but for Pacho, no open you as a boy. No way for penny. And then in Obia. And I made sure say it wasn't mutual because something mutual the boy would have signed and I'm Bafo. The letter that this is the letter that they sent to Bofakwa. This letter, and I'm going to come out Bofakwa. Boy, letter I'm going to Bofakwa. Boy, I'm signing it. It was signed just say mutual and I'm Bafo. I just said they made the letter look like a mutual, but it wasn't mutual.
No, sir, at the time, drafting, no, dear, this is how you draft it. Say now, be drafting. Say, someone say, and some they be good people to say no. Now you trust your karma. 2 parties, no.
Yeah.
Supposedly, no. The 2 parties will have to agree. Say, yeah, contract no. Until they are, ya no, and they transfer their people to keke. Yeah, we are. It can only come into effect when 2 parties no append signature.
Yes.
And it is say who back could there also no. Question we should ask and say, I didn't think about could any so. Oh, there's another one. Oh, me and you sign, and maybe I know you man, maybe a way there. Say, fit up a bit of fire. Send this idea. Then somebody must explain this.
Cataway. No, you for feature one, and say, and I'm trying to fast. Anyway, this is a letter that officially
system
for that's a release that Kotoko have given them. And you know, the letter was supposed to be a mutual, but not mutual because player no didn't agree with the terms that a woman no. So what I say? The boy didn't sign this letter. Who's a main starting? And I'm not just saying a lot of termination have gone on at all club the more. So players decided they will take it on a because the fact that the boy even didn't sign this one or the hey, eka bubro. Baba. I think that we should be doing things the right way. We should be doing things the right way.
We should be doing things because be ana for you know say there can be ana yejitum but for you know be ana player no there na
which player will accept this contract?
But almost offer contract dated on 16th August 2023. Into a letter, Omuji to 16th August 2023. Now her letter now. Ubi okay, fine. What did I keep to us? What do we are?
Me say, Selbert, be bien, me say, one. This is a letter that after only this year. Let me get to all the CNE now. Say, they got angry because of this thing. Say,
wait, who is it addressed to? Because I think a Kotokone player no. So Bofakwa can
address to anybody.
Bofakwa cannot.
This is an official document to show the agreement of mutual termination. Not a letter addressed to somebody.
The amount of they were doing negotiations.
Where I say to say bia to letter when addressed to somebody. Where an evidence of mutual termination
anymore because somebody is telling me say the player and the club signed.
Off I'm down. I like people who challenge me. Maybe
we are to so who TV no so.
Me ba mo catch say I'm challenging him say ni be kwa na wo ni ba for edu nkomo no. Send the sign want to ba for.
Why?
Yeah me catch kwa o. Na no me catch am say omo say clock. I me catch am say me what I've seen it. Me in front to be because of omo chima so. There is no clause omo ne serve you. Me challenge them say if it is in there should bring it up today. Asema me nba brameka bia no. Me fan to so some to so I don't do idea. The person trust me and I'm say I can boldly say it because me tell me boldly saying it. This letter the boy never signed it. The because the boy sign here bia no credit. He didn't sign it because he was not in agreement with Bafakwa.
So how did he play football without having the termination of his contract?
No.
Because Kotoko terminating the contract officially as this is telling us because say a winner as okay there. I just said the contract has not been terminated properly. Let me put it down. And if that is the case,
so what I say, where a team no player no terms and before later Kotoko send the release letter. So mo release boy na mo Bafakwa.
Ti na akoka o money boy ne di fi ni tem. Na ne boy no so wo so ya nya we na so koy ya na de ntrema koy.
The release letter then cancels this one though.
Dabi anu ya between omuni team no asem. But where you both between the two parties.
Who said who said it now? Why no? Why not decided say wa jetum say me fa asem ko on ma table question no meko baby no problem but in certain after you say you think about team bofakwa and then and about niggas on sign it
in the back say Musa say why is bofakwa not using apple
no he's played about I'm not going to go away. He's in play. Maybe a coach, but he's in playing.
To cut long things short. One, say player free one club called the other. There are two ways: either transfer may include loan and outright sales, and now say or terminating the contract or coy. So whatever means, Apple the free kotoko. Eko pie mo bofo akwana. The moment wakwa ko duru bofo akwa peno. Either say or they could terminating the contract no, and now say could transfer no. Clementino did or terminate and answer a transfer no.
Yeah, because it will be.
So if based on the Zakito Kano, there was a release there, that means could transfer player no Edemabofo. And if club transfer will call another club, now we titum echo bar. A year Eddie so Besako player status committee club no anywhere.
I said, Mr. Story man to me say this was.
What? So this was part of the negotiation.
No,
between Kotoko and the boy.
Negotiation. And I said, this is a letter. I'm only telling you that this was the first letter they wrote to the boy. And I say, how can a team write such a letter to a player? So on signing.
Boy, now signing a problem. I said,
the content, no.
What's the content?
How can you write this letter to a player?
But they keep referring to both parties.
And I make sure I say, and you're both because the boy, if they're both, the boy would have signed.
I'm saying, you better pay the player because one, it could be so Kotoko crowd so draft to you no. Kotoko some part, be a boy so later on sign part.
Oh, one sign, I mean, say Kotoko have to give different letter apart from this.
I come for different one.
Because
I know I doubt because say termination by the release cannot take place. Won't mean cancel terminating contract. No hours and release player.
Yes, it is.
So once football release no there.
Let me help us. Team contract whether and terminated before you can play for any team, you need a release letter from your last club you played.
No, but wait.
You can't use this one. This was a release letter. Oh, the bafo. Only me says Oko status committee. Let's realize because Oko status committee. And for example, Awaku, Awaku went to status committee, and I declare and say, "Oh, you're floating." Yajenic BBI Amano, but he will still need a letter from House of Folk. House must get Olympics a release letter before he can play. At Yaman is sanity. Say a year or call at 9 and
what happens?
You can play. You have to give your release letter. But the thing is that you can't refuse because the FA will force you to do the right thing.
If I 1 minute each in a alliance and so say.
Well, it comes back to the same thing. I may kind of say the decisions the clubs are taking. The decisions the clubs are taking. Decision they will take care. Club we are taking decision.
In the end, actually,
besi no. Also Kotoko ene Mohamed Alasa. Contract one to aso. Kotoko ne Andrew Sapo ye one to aso. Kotoko ne Charles Owusu one to aso. Asante Koroko ene players in there dos kakra. Ba say be Samuel Boateng coach. Oman to aso. Also be an can once because so coach Mbejis came free Kotoko. Mohamed Alassane by Mbejis came free Kotoko. Uti Charles Owusu by Mbejis came free Kotoko. Enti ye wie ne sa ye people management na baso. But se wuja player kwan na e ka ba kire dia abaso body ani ho. Ye de aba ne na eden ye de bebo. But we just play a coin because transfers in and out. Club will be no so we are see a winja play a coin. Nemo me a coin will be just play a coin. Any a car bebe chire, and no idea before near day. Eba. It's all my cabot so we just play a coin pet a cabbage chire dia. Any a sam war.
for 1 minute.
So Solomon Safutel asemi, Fatau asemi. For now, a Kenya by in the heading, a ding.
Okay.
But a Kenya Bapa, yet me found one chosa.
I mean, Emphala in Ramiana over here 0536 0536 161 607. Studio line about me at Francis Rono 0536 161 607. Na 0536 178883. Bravo.
I'm saying the Sakuto Kenyan say the way and manner things are being done no. Boy no na on person obe stretch matter no. And that this termination thing sanka boy ni decide say ko be taking up e bia kan so betime lead to say e kana obed e ka ho asem no. So an issue of say kotoko I release boy na maneko. Omo decide say once omo release letter no, they will not pursue any other thing because no more freedom. But I also agree with Obedi said that others are omo kwa. Say bia nka mu nyina call the path of ABA to say the year recently now. Maybe the story will be different. And you know, in that case, no, as I say, moving forward, no, see take decisions are
okay.
You know, at the back of our mind, they say, and you be no be taking it easy, and I'm easy. Eddie might say be at the others na no.
I'm my first caller na memfano. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Tino.
Yeah, I'm Bacho Frose.
Already I'll make a near Kunsu.
Omi, I'm in Tiwe.
Already. Zagitu, Anna, me challenging say, and somehow okay, you know, a place I have from and saying now, of our call, and of fresh from say, a busa. That challenging say, or let them after on a demand one can just walk of fun fish. I see you acquire me, but Musa said to you, no, don't you not saying, and Sana or about. And also I can see him Kotoko, young Guru. Oh, Zakitu. Or analysis first in tea. No, I see.
Okay, but I say Omega. I mean, family next caller. Hello, good evening. Chairman, do radio no? Okay. Yo.
Secretary, organizer. Member about any time we are Asantine, any Ghana mine. Someone, the next protocol. Second friend say, to say enter, no leaving na ya besasia. Into second na ya kiabani na yanka nyina ya humom. Second chairman nyina to come members nyina mum. Na yakopon bra na 23rd. Leave ni satia. Na nyina ba be stadium muma. Na ya de ni je ni odo. Ata ya mpeni kwa ni press ni nyina fi. Medamasi.
Okay, Mr. Medase, I mean for my next caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Bajo Udin.
If I have snubber on the bee, because if we quite as soon from us.
Nana Maminti.
Some few keys, you know. It's very, very dicey. But I did back on a minty. And it says, who's a call? A coyer. A friend said, Jim Wake be war. A friend said, 7 shares, LV more. A dear no dina so be koye sa Jim Wake no the chin baby so say o mama 3 weeks no ye 3 weeks ni wia ne ko beto and also no any sake ya be ekishima so because obi a who so coach ni na ko prai and so say ma 3 weeks na ko ye Jim Wake ya we Jim Wake ni wia Roberto. But I was a family consulting. And hold on,
okay. I'm a family last caller. But that's when you are Monday, Bay Wojma. If I last caller. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, my Jeff Rose.
I just feel like I appear again.
Okay.
Of a film culture. Private to I suffer some emotional more for you until you know when you see the year done. Now, I hope you're international. Now, the junior emotional mechanical back on it as an intention.
You. But I say, I was for infancy. Now, me had more Monday. You have about Abertua, so you had more news team. No, now I take you over on promise. 102.7 Kobina ewo bia kwa enuem enumre ma menchia ba bia obia enabon iwe ma me Frank Atungo na ba ono no wudimfo nanim ho a ono so enumre monitor promise nti yademuja krobia na news team no take over. Good evening.
Promise News.
Abusuafo ma mun semo yesaka ene yede ebremu ha promise 102.7 ene ya trasia yede o ma mun semo ebremu de bedi mu akotibie ene se Tamale Technical University adusuafo no nokura nyankopon anim ni wo mo aye dompa se nso mo twere ye last misa resource remai de ntina kamu mu beti mun sempa de yetete enso so Africa so